Kendall Stowers, you see her right there on the bench for Texas A&M to start the season. Courtney Lyle, Mary Wise, and Holly McPeak with you from Milwaukee as we get set to start this volleyball season. And Holly, I want to start with you on the court. Without Kendall Stowers, what does Texas A&M lose?
Texas A&M loses a veteran passer, an elite passer in Kendall Stowers. They've got a freshman bro who's first time out on the court. She's a very mature and experienced bro in Gabby Rodriguez, but new passers in the lineup, and that first contact is crucial in a match like this.
Alyssa Blackshear trying to swing on the left, and she is shut down by that Texas A&M block. And Mary, for you as a coach, you're about to start the season and you lose a star player in warm-ups. What do you do?
Oh, it's just heartbreaking. But, you know, if you coach long enough, you're going to be dealing with injuries. So you appeal to the rest of the team. No one person has to make up for Kendall and her point scoring. Together we can do it.
A lot of new pieces on both sides of the net. Alyssa Blackshear trying to tip around the block, and it's a point for A&M. A good start for Jamie Morrison, who last year in just his third season leading this Aggie program led them where they had never gone before. They won a national championship. And Holly, I don't think anybody at the start of the season thought Texas A&M would be the champs.
They did not, and Texas A&M came out and proved everybody wrong. They swept both opponents in the semifinals and the finals, and they trained and believed in themselves and were prepared for that big moment.
And finally, Louisville is able to bust out of the streak as they tack on a point from Alyssa Blackshear. For Dan Meskey, it's his second season leading this Louisville program, but also his second season all-time as a head coach. And Mary, we're so excited to see all the pieces that he has.
I think Dan Meskey has done such a terrific job moving. It's just one seat over, but I tell you, it's very different from an assistant to a head coach. And where you see it is in his training and in the recruiting.
Chloe Chicoine tipping that one over and making sure it doesn't come back on their side of the net. And so it is going to be Louisville ball. And Chloe Meester is going back to serve. You'll notice some changes for this Louisville program. She's in the outside hitter spot. Peyton Peterson is the libero tonight. Lily Nicholson trying to set up Natalie Ring on the outside. And there's Peyton Peterson using her hands to get it over to Chloe Chicoine. It was Peyton Peterson swinging on the left with Chicoine last year that was their impact on that outside hitter position, Holly.
Chloe Meester, with her big arm and her size and physicality, earned that other outside hitting spot. Dan Meskey says, look, Chloe Meester is the best serve in the world. And we get to see it right now live.
Huge, the way A&M has started. Their response without Kendall Stowers is playing this well. And starting with, what a great pass against a terrific server.
Eliza Sharp, a transfer from Boise State, spent 2 seasons there, redshirted a couple of years ago, and last year was the Mountain West Freshman of the Year, now an Aggie. This is Taryn Morris, the new opposite for Texas A&M, service error. Well, for Louisville, guys, when we've been talking about this Louisville program, you felt like they had an advantage coming into this match. Why was that, Holly?
Fantastic ball control, especially first contact. They're one of the best defensive teams in the country. And when you can put the ball in a setter like Cabello's hands, good things happen. And then a lot of returning starters who know how to play at this level.
Yeah, you see the roster that Louisville has, and they brought so many weapons back. And then, Mary, what they added in Brooke Boltema, who was on that runner-up Kentucky team last year, and then we're seeing Chloe Meester get the start.
Yeah, Brooke will be rotating in here soon, and she has such a fast arm. And she's going to be really fun to watch tonight.
Yeah, she's on the floor right now, number 44 in white on the Louisville side. Take a look again at the Louisville returners, and it's a Louisville program who made it to the regional semifinals last year. And how weird is it that their season ended by getting reverse swept by Texas A&M, and here they are opening this year against Texas A&M. I don't think that happens very often.
It doesn't, and for Louisville, it was a fantastic opportunity because they were reverse swept, and that's a hard one to get over in such a big match last year.
Hannah Kenny behind the service line for Louisville. Gabby Rodriguez, the freshman libero, takes it, and then Eliza Sharp on the slide. Cabello pushing it out to Chloe Chicoine. Kira Musgrove running once again with Eliza Sharp behind.
Eliza Sharp's one of those middles who can really have a big impact with her physicality. She's got a big serve. If they let her, it looks like they're not going to. But physicality, blocking and attacking on that slide ball.
You know the scouting report that Louisville had last year to play A&M? That you throw that all the way out the window, because they are now learning and seeing players for the very first time in this match.
Of Kendall Stowers, who, if you're just tuning in, shaken up in warm-ups earlier before the match and not available tonight for Texas A&M. We don't know the severity of the injury. We just know she's not available tonight. Margot Manning serving just long.
The Stowers situation, unfortunate for Texas A&M, but an opportunity for these players to step up and prove that they belong out on the court. And this is a team sport. You have to have players ready to go and step in at difficult moments.
Kendall Stowers, the most outstanding player for last year's national championship. She's on the Player of the Year watch list coming into this season. Not available tonight. Kiera Musgrove taking it over, and we mentioned all the new faces for Texas A&M. They lost 9 players from that championship team last year. Jamie Morrison running a different system. You see Kiera Musgrove out there setting right now, but Lily Nicholson is going to set along the back row.
And that's how they started. Some teams call that a...
So there's the switch right now. Lily Nicholson will only be playing in the back row after she goes through 3 rotations. Then Kiera Musgrove will come in and play 3 rotations in the front row. With 2 setters. But that's when the setter is always in the back row. The 5-2 is what Texas A&M is calling this, and there's a setter in the front row and the back row.
That's right. And so when the setter's in the front row, you have your 2 hitters. As the setter's in the back row, as we're seeing right now, 3 hitters.
Holly, what's the advantage or the reasoning for Texas A&M to go to this 5-2?
I'm glad you asked, because there's a difference in the style of the setters. Kiera Musgrove is 6'2", and then you've got Lily Nicholson, who's a smaller player, better defensively in the back row. So you're playing to both of those setters' strengths.
There is Lily Nicholson, a couple of seasons at TCU and then last season at Florida State. Naelis Cabello out to Chloe Meester. And for Louisville, just in comparison, they will always have 1 setter on the floor, and that is Naelis Cabello, who is heading back to serve right now. Another one of those National Player of the Year preseason watch list selections in Cabello. Gabby Rodriguez, a freshman, making her college debut, and she's doing it here in Milwaukee as the libero. Meester trying to get a swing on the backside and blocked.
This is the same rotation that Louisville gave up a couple points first time around. Call it rotation 1, where the setter is back row. So notice how they're going to move Meester to the left side. I think they want her swinging on the left, and watch Blackshear run across the court to swing on the right.
At 24 will run across the court if she got the chance, but not before Texas A&M bombed to serve.
Texas A&M going right at Chloe Meester in serve receive. She was down the line in area 1. She switches to stack on the left. They're going right back at her.
And Gabby Rodriguez, the number 2 libero coming out of high school. She won the starting position in that libero jersey for Texas A&M. She's got them on a 3-0 run. Hannah Sherman out of the middle. The scouting for this match has got to be so interesting, Mary, because as a coach, you really don't know what you're going to see on the other side of the net, right?
You don't. So one of the things we would tell the team is, let's take care of our side-out game staying it long enough till we can figure out what the other side is doing. And, you know, they know, both coaches, they know of the players, but they haven't seen them on the court, in what system, in what position, and obviously big changes for A&M tonight.
It's also so early in the season, it's like focus on your side of the net, take care of business, and good things will happen. Then you can figure out the tendencies of the team on the other side. Chicoine working off the inside hand of Sharp. That's not easy to tool the ball across the court to the other side, but Chicoine has all the skills. This is her 100th match as a collegiate player, so tons of experience, and she's worked hard for those offensive tools.
And on the outside to Natalie Ring, the Marquette transfer.
We're seeing the heavy arm by Natalie Ring. That's a tough play. The ball was set tight, but she went in and she swung hard and intentionally off the block. Has some really good stuff.
Now she'll go back to serve. Free ball opportunity for Texas A&M. Musgrove is going to go out to Megan Fitch. Chicoine, block was there. Backside to Calissa Blackshear, saved by Rodriguez. Fitch. Louisville got it up, and Peyton Peterson will hit it over. Musgrove trying to run the slide, a little off on the timing. Chicoine just finishing it. Mary was so out of her seat yesterday watching Chloe Chicoine. She could not sit still watching this player.
Guilty. I just love watching Chloe Chicoine. I may not love playing against her, coaching against her, but she works so hard, and I do believe this, that inch for inch, she is the best left side in the country. She gets more out of her game because of her hard work, not just when she touches the ball, but between contacts.
Yeah, Holly, at 5'10", she's got to have extra stuff ready to go in her toolkit.
Do you think she's really 5'10"? I think she's a little bit under that. But yes, she plays big. You saw her early in that last rally recycle the ball and give her team another opportunity to stay in the rally. She just has those tools and that high volleyball IQ for Louisville.
That's exactly right. If you're going to be playing at this size, you have to play with high IQ and a high motor. Check, check for Chloe.
Hannah Kenny serves at Rodriguez. It sends Musgrove on the move, and just a roll shot back to Louisville. Brooke Bultema tipping on the slide. Fitch over the block. Musgrove takes a swing at it, dug up by Kenny. Chicoine readjusting. Musgrove on the slide. They are forcing it to Eliza Sharp. Chicoine dug her own. And then just won a joust. Let's go, Chloe Chicoine.
That is experience, because that takes timing. Understand the ball is tight, and notice how long she contacted that ball.
You wait for the block and then you touch it second, and majority of the time you're going to win that joust.
What a start. 6th time we've been tied here in the opening set, going to 25. Megan Fitch. Bultema off of 1 foot. Bump set to back to Fitch. Sharp is blocked by Chicoine. She is everywhere right now. Natalie Ring out of the back row is wide, and Louisville takes its first lead. They're the first to hit 15 points here in the opening set. The season has begun. Texas A&M and Louisville.
She got down on her knees and she talked to Stowers about a Finch, excuse me.
4-point run here in the opening set. And Eliza Sharp getting off to a tough start, a good start for this Texas A&M team. That's That's the best the slide has looked with Brooke Boltema.
Absolutely, and it's what we expected. Brooke is so good off 1 foot behind the setter. You knew it was only a matter of time, and I love that Cabello kept going back to her. And that time she saw the seam in the block, hit right between them. That's a veteran swing.
Yeah. Brooke Boltema, the transfer from Kentucky. And that slide, Holly, it looks faster than last year, right, for Louisville?
Brooke Boltema has a fast arm, and they're able to run it much faster. Kara Cressy at 6'6" was long, and it was a little slower and higher, but this time Brooke Boltema is running it fast to the pin.
Nakaya Castle with the swing off of 1 foot, and we're seeing Texas A&M utilize the slide a lot too.
Jamie Morrison said, look, our offense is going to look completely different. Obviously the two-setter offense, but lots of bicks and slides and go balls, so we're going to see both middles run off 1 foot a lot.
Cabello goes backside to Boltema, and why not down the line this time?
So we've seen her hit cross, and then she pounds one down the line. And that's what you're looking for is, can she make a decision based on what the block gives up? And at that point, it was swing line. What a great decision.
Brooke Boltema's got 3 kills, and now she will go back to serve. Megan Finch gets the swing. Cabello dumping it over on 2. And Madison Louisville's been working on that slide.
And Brooke Boltema not in right now, but she'll come back in, and they will keep repping out that slide. Boltema told me earlier this week it's a quicker slide that she's doing. She's been working on it since the spring. She said she gives her setter feedback. She takes it immediately. The summer here in Louisville, she said, is very productive. They repped out that slide every single day.
And Brooke Boltema, a player who's serving right now, Mads, but man, she has fit in seamlessly to this Louisville program. Cabello's going to do Chacoin in the back row, a little misconnection. Chloe Meester, one-arm save by Gabby Rodriguez. Finch into the net.
Gabby Rodriguez, the bro for Texas A&M, has been so impressive. Her leadership, she's unafraid, she's reading balls. Look at this one-arm stab on that deep corner swing to keep it alive. Beautiful extension, slides under it, lifts it, allows her team to get a swing in transition.
Now, the point did go to Louisville. They're on an 8-2 run right now, but we are going to keep an eye on Gabby Rodriguez on the Texas A&M side. Lily Nicholson into set. Castle.
Both middles for Texas A&M making their presence felt, very big and effective offensively, and that added offense out of the middle is going to help Texas A&M make up for what they're losing with Stowers on the bench.
Cabello throws it up to Meester. There's Rodriguez. Natalie Ring won't get a touch.
It was the right swing, though, in terms of she was going for high hands, just missed it. But I'm looking at the defense for A&M because Chloe Meester, the outside hitter, took some massive rips that Rodriguez, a freshman libero, is just nailing.
Gabby Rodriguez is everywhere. Nicholson on the move, setting up Natalie Ring. Can you say heavy arm?
Natalie Ring, a transfer from Marquette, was a point scorer for them, and she steps into that same role, gets her feet to this ball, swings high cross court. You see Louisville going after Megan Fitch in serve receive, trying to test out players and going away from that freshman libero in Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, by the way, just served. They've got 4 points off of her 6 serves. And then there's Chloe Meester.
Oh, we are having some fun watching the future for both teams. These are young players. This is right out of the gate. Preseason training is condensed. I mean, they're just getting started, and yet look at some of the quality plays we're witnessing. Oh.
I mean, Meester's serve is filthy. Mary, what do you do with that?
Well, when you don't want to get her on a roll, so you just might call a timeout.
I mean, whoo. That just dies. Her serve is so tough, and A&M has got to call timeout. Louisville needs 3 more. And man, that presence has got to be important, right? Because it's the first match of the season. They've got a lot of returners, Holly.
Definitely, and these players are connecting. Chloe Meester redshirted last year, and in the gym last season, they gave her the green light. They said, look, you get 2 chances for every one. We just want you to light it up, and it's really paid off. That serve has gotten more and more consistent. You saw her with 2 back-to-back.
Right now. You keep doing like that side out you have is massive. You just keep going for it. Go with everything you're doing. Keep going for it, okay?
Love that talk from Dan Meskey, but back-to-back aces, she misses 1, but that's still a good ratio for scoring from the service line.
Yeah, her serve forced Texas A&M into a timeout. Calissa Blackshear down the line.
And that's what you see. Watch Cabello, the setter for Louisville. We call this reversing. She's on the run, and she gets that ball back to Blackshear, 24 for Louisville. That is such a great set. And you know what? We all love the attacking, but man, give the credit to that setter.
What does that do to the defense?
You have to stay on your toes because you would think that ball is going forward, so you have to be able to defend all hitters, all rotations.
A tight set. Natalie Ring was forced to just tip it. Blackshear's going to have to do the same. That goes back over. Here's Calissa Blackshear into the block and shut down by Texas A&M.
We talk about block the mistakes, meaning that's an impossible situation for Blackshear. It's inside. She's off the net. That one, as a blocker, time it, because that's an easy point, and that's exactly what they got in A&M.
Natalie Ring. Wow, Brooke Boltima just made that happen.
Hamden Schrand in the specialist now. She was the libero for Louisville last year, but putting that ball right in her setter's hands so they can run that quick attack. You see, Cabello has all her options. That one, the timing a little bit off, but Boltima with a good save right over the block.
And it is set point Louisville. Musgrove going on the slide with Sharp, and Chloe Chacoin getting up there and getting the stuff. Louisville's going to end this set on a 14-6 run.
Chloe Chacoin's hands were so fast over the net defensively. Look at her shoot her hands over the net and take that line away from Eliza Sharp.
She was in the right spot with the right timing. The hitter has